Your tweet here, and you said, "Thank you all for your help, Cowboys fam. I was able to find the guy who led Rowdy Road petition. We're gonna get started soon, but it's going to take all of us. Crazy Ray would never sit on third down." So,
Right.
just explain that situation kind of to us, and how you're able to find him.
Yeah, so there was a guy, I believe it was in 2014. His name is Gabriel Carranza. And it was way back in 2014. He went to a Cowboys versus 49ers game, and the same situation happened to him where he was standing up, cheering on his team, and he was asked to sit and almost was escorted out the stadium for standing up. Not fighting, not throwing, not but just standing up because other people was complaining. And so he started what's called the Rowdy Road petition, where they're really wanting a section, not sure where it's going to be placed, but just a section for the die-hard Dallas Cowboys fans where we can go and really be ourselves. Now, I know what their response is going to be. We have the standing room only, the standing room only. But if you've ever been and you've been in the standing room only seats,
It's awful.
you've been
It's
damn near
awful.
by the back door. Like you've been better off just sitting at the bar and watching the game sometimes. And so what's happening is like the diehard Cowboys fans, because it shows clearly by the standing room only that people are willing to stand not only on third down but for the entire game, but they're priced out way into the back where they really don't have any impact on the field. And so what he was trying to do is just get one row, one section, just for those diehard fans. They can have flags, they can stand up, they can have face paint, all sorts of stuff, and rep their team. And he had a petition that got up to like 2,000 subscribers or 2,000 signings. Kind of died out. He was working with the radio station, but life kind of happened. But I was able to find him on Facebook, and I said, "Hey, man, I'm ready to kind of pick this torch back up and get things moving because I believe in it, because it's something that's needed at AT&T Stadium. Because if you've ever been to a Cowboys game, it just feels different. It doesn't feel like football belongs there. Like a lot of people are there for the ambiance, the experience. I mean, in my section, there was people not even wearing Cowboys gear. It's just like a date night, the place to be, like suit jackets, button ups. I'm like, you're not even wear a Cowboys hat or nothing, but it's just like going out to the experience. Fans show up and fill out the seats 5 minutes prior. It's just fashionably late, but we have to change it. And then we talked about changing the culture amongst the team and the organization. Well, let's change it with us first, and maybe that will steamroll with the team and the organization. So hopefully we can get this thing, another engine under it, and maybe have something come out of it where the fans can really be fans at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, yeah, there you go, man. And that's so. I mean, we all need to kind of get on board with this, and this is something that, and eventually will, we'll probably bring, like you said, we'll get that petition going again, and we'll get everything started back up, and that's just, it's important to the community, to the fan base, and because I mean, I want to bring my kid there. I want him to get the full experience too.
Right.
I want.
And speaking of the, oh, sorry,
Go ahead. No,
go.
you're good.
I was just saying, speaking of the community part, and I tweeted out this when they introduced the soldiers. My girl Kim and I, we're the only ones standing up for like 3-4 sections of us clapping for our soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
That it's gotten to that point.
It's just it's just different.
It's
like
awful. I'm on Sunday. We were two of the girls standing in the section screaming on third down.
Mm-hmm.
It floored me when the soldiers were on the screen, and they're not even standing up for these soldiers.
Yeah.
Salute.
Something.
It's just different. And like I said, and this summer, because I was kind of bored without having sports, but I started getting into soccer. And so I started going to the Kansas City sporting games here in Kansas City. And I would tell y'all, I kid you not, I mean, I kind of turned into a soccer fan, but that experience at this small soccer stadium is 1,000 times better of a fan experience than AT&T Stadium. Yeah. You stand the entire game. You have your own fan entrance. You have your own, just courtyard for the fans only. You have chants. We had a damn beer snake going. Like, it's just a different environment. You're just like, this is how it should feel. I mean, we pay a lot of money to go to Cowboys games just to sit. Like, why would you do that? Like, you should be up. You should be drenched in sweat, no voice, anything by the time you leave that game. But it's like only a slim few of us are doing that because everyone's just having happy hour and just happy to be there. And so hopefully we can spark something that can change this culture at the stadium because our team needs it. So
100%, man. And I actually had a similar experience at an XFL game. So I live in Houston, so I went and
right,
saw the Roughnecks. It was the craziest, most fun time I've ever had at a
Oh
game.
yeah.
I
right,
mean, just
Yeah, I was going to the
volleyballs going
Renegades
around,
games
people
here.
drinking. It was just a
Yeah.
good time. It was a different
right.
atmosphere. That's what you expect to see when you go into see your favorite team, and as someone
Right.
as big and on a world map as far as Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. It should be a different atmosphere.
Right.
It should be one of those things that we're proud of. We're like, we are the best.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
we're the best. So let's act like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's show
I've
everybody.
I've been to games. I've been to games in Seattle, and I walk away jealous.
Yeah.
So jealous.
Yep. Yep. I was at the AFC Championship game when the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl. I'm just like, forget them going to the Super Bowl. I'm like, man, why can't we just have games like this where you stay the entire time, just having a blast? And like I said, the Cowboys fans, we don't have a culture or an identity where
Country
if I
club.
see you in the airport, Zach, I can say this and you can say that to me and we can just echo throughout the whole airport. I can maybe say, how about them Cowboys? And that's about it. Like, but we don't have a chant. We don't have a fight song. We don't have nothing but how about them Cowboys or let's go Cowboys, clap, clap, clap. Like, it's so basic, whereas like the smallest high schools in Texas, they have more of an identity than the Dallas Cowboys, which is the biggest in the world. Like, we should have something where we could a chant, and if I say on the plane, you can say in the back of the plane, all of a sudden you hear this song throughout the entire plane, but we don't have that. Like,
That's what we
even
tried to
a-
get going last year. I remember that now. We were
Right,
talking
yeah,
about a chant. We
yeah.
were going back and forth.
something, yeah.
Anything.
Like, like something,
I
like,
also.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
feel some of it though is AT&T Stadium though,
Mhm.
because I went to the Cowboys Houston game down there at NRG, down there in Houston, and there was as many Cowboy fans as there were Texans fans, and we were loud and we were screaming, and
Yep.
it felt like, so there's been three other games I've ever felt that energy in AT&T. One was the Lions playoff game. What was that, 2014? I mean, my
Yeah.
kid was still
Yeah,
in middle school back then.
That's 2016, right?
Was
Or
it?
no, 2014.
No, 2014.
Yeah, it's caught a
2014.
year. Yeah.
Then that last game of the
2018.
season in 2018 against the Eagles, and then I went to the next week against the Seahawks. That Seahawks game was live.
That was the only one.
100%.
The Seahawks game, we all wore white. It was a whiteout game.
Yeah, it was
so
a
you had to
whiteout.
white the jersey. Everyone had
Right.
towels. We were standing up the entire time. I felt proud to be a Cowboys fan. Like, that's what it should. But it shouldn't take a playoff game for that to happen. Like, it really shouldn't. So, it's just interesting. But you made a great point, and someone brought this up to me on Twitter that maybe it is the Jumbotron, because the Jumbotron is so massive that you feel obligated to watch it. So I think maybe people just go there and just sit back and eat popcorn and watch the screen versus what's actually going on the field. And maybe that's a part of it, because when we're in Tampa, yeah, Cowboys fans we were standing up the entire game, like going apes. But when we're at home, it's just happy hour, man. I'm just happy to be here.
You
at
the IMAX, man. Put on
yeah,
your
you're at the
little
IMAX.
red
Exactly. Exactly,
Yeah.
man. We're at the IMAX theater. It's like a movie night. Let's go watch the Cowboys on the big screen. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, it's got to change, and we're gonna this is gonna be something that we're gonna stick to, throughout this process. We're all gonna kind of get together, work together. A lot of us content creators, and get the word out. Just grow our identity, and get it moving. So that's
I don't want to say this. I don't want to act like Cowboys fans are bad. We're not bad. I just feel like there's things that we could do to be better and really push over toxic. When I say this, Cowboys fans like, oh yeah, you're calling out. I'm like, I'm not saying we're bad, because we're loud. No. We're loud from the comfort of your own chair, but you can stand up and get a little bit louder and be yourself, or at least don't call the ushers on people standing up. Like, come on now.
Anybody who's been to an actual game knows that. I mean, and it's not just.
Well, yeah,
It's not
we're
just
in the top
us.
10.
Yeah,
we're in the top 10 of loudest stadiums.
Right.
And we actually do it.
Right.
Which we should be, with this stadium that size and that many people in it.
We'll get everybody on board. We're working on it. We're coming up with a game plan. Like I said,
Right.
Y'all mentioned world record at one point in time too, whatever. But that's the thing. It's got to be consistent, though. I don't want it just one game where everybody goes wild.
But see, I think the world record, what the world record could do, because it happened here in Kansas City, it gives you an identity. And so let's say, for instance, we break the record and we're the loudest stadium in the world. Jerry's going to program, put that all on shirts. And so maybe it gets in your veins that it's okay to be loud at AT&T Stadium. So maybe that's the start. It's just break the record because we have more than enough capacity to do it. So I think Allen Fieldhouse here in Lawrence is like 135 for indoor, and Kansas City is 144. I should know that because they have billboards everywhere, but it's like 144. With AT&T Stadium, 100,000 people, closed, open, whatever you want to do, we should be able to blow the doors off of both of those records, wear it with a sense of pride, and continue that trend moving forward throughout the games.
100%, man, 100%, and that's what we'll get there.